For the three, and the three ball is good. And the Wizards lead by 17. Wizards couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel. Every home game's a reason to get dressed up for these guys. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast. DA, take it away.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers, he's the team.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Lillard.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Dario Saric is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Mo Harkless. And for Portland, Anthony Tolliver out there with Hazonia. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Korver in at the 2.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Korver against Beal. Now here's Harkless. The 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Hazonia. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to the fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
The 3 from Korver. They get the rebound. And that one's good. Lillard.
Love seeing Lillard working in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Nice ball movement by Washington. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Pass to Nurkic. Pass to Hazonia. It's Lillard, top of the key. 5 to shoot. Passes to Nurkic. Here's Hazonia. That one off the back iron and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And now a good time to look at our power rankings through the last part of winter. Look at Milwaukee. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And looking at the Wizards, they have had one long season. Pretty much everything they've tried to right this ship has backfired. Now it's just about showing some pride down the stretch. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. The Wizards have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And there's the pass to Harkless. For 3. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Lillard kicks to Hazonia. Pass to Tolliver. Here's Nurkic. There's Hazonia. An 11-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
Pass to Harkless. from 17 feet out, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Korver against Beal. Nurkic. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. They went to Washington for the last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Staying with your game plan is so important, especially when you are away from your home arena.
Bucket is good. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
Wizards leading by 3. Sharch attacking, looking to get it going. Gets that one to drop. A rare make, bumping him up to 3 for 10.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sarge. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
Passes it to Lillard. And here is Hazonia. That's tipped.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Yep, it counts. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Trailblazers trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Korver finds Nurkic. Back to Korver. Lillard with it. Rebound by the Wizards. Baines has got 4 rebounds now tonight. That one good for 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
An almost entirely new group here. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Wall, good.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
So on the floor for Washington, they've got Saric. C.J. Miles is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Wall.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
Lillard against Wall. Shoots over Korver. Wall, no luck.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Korver from deep three-point land. But they get it back. Harkless gets a hand on it. Finish off the break. He's got 13.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 10. Pulls up. High post. Rebounded by the Wizards.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fires the three. And it's Miles with the rebound.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And Wall kicks to Miles. From 12 feet out, and he gets the jumper to drop. And now a 12-point Wizards lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively. Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
All with it, now defended by Korver. Wall draws the double to the middle. Nurkic with the steal. Pushing it up. Pushing it up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Murray's checked in for the Wizards. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. 17 points in the game. And Portland has possession. It's a 10-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They were flat out sniping from deep. They look very comfortable pulling the trigger on the road.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Troy Brown's checked in for John Wall.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And he's been trying to do it all himself, and it's not working. Instead of forcing shots, you got to focus on moving the ball and keeping everybody involved.
A chance now to check out the race for Rookie of the Year. Always exciting to see the promise of the youngsters. A season under the belts. Who took the league by storm? Time and time again, he has shown himself to be an impact rookie this season. And as year one winds down for him, guys, he is number 3 on the list.
And he's put himself in prime position to make a run at that Rookie of the Year award as we approach the end of the season.
Well, he's in the conversation at least, let's say. Some of the first-year players have lost some of their momentum as the season's gone on, but this guy's still right near the top of that pack.
Ooh, the double clutch. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. And a new regime in Washington as they have moved on from the previous GM. A lot to do here.
Yeah, GA, and it's not an ideal cap situation to work with. Fans are excited to see what can be done. They need to land a few big free agents. It hasn't happened for the Wizards in a while.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And he uses the glass on the layup. 25 points in the game.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Now here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. And here is Hazonia. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. No good from outside.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Trailblazers trail by 16. The pass to Lillard. Back to Korver. The 3. Trailblazers keep it alive.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Pass to Murray. For the 3. And the 3 ball is good. And the Wizards lead by 17.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And that one's good, Lillard.
He keeps working on the three-point line. I mean, that's his 3rd triple of the game, 1st in the quarter.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the...
There's Beal with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Beal's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Wizards.
A key staple of Beal's game, all he needs is a little separation. And his 3-ball, cash.
And so it's the Washington Wizards holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Trailblazers shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Portland, Damian Lillard out there with Kyle Korver. And there's Anthony Tolliver. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Hazonia in at small forward.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Lillard dishes to Korver. Back to Lillard, launches it, and Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 6 rebounds here tonight, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover, and that's a possession wasted.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Hazonia. Back to Nurkic. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
We've seen Bill evolve as a playmaker, including how he spots his open teammates.
And Lillard kicks to Korver. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Lillard up top, lets it fly. They get it again. Nurkic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the sheer size Nurkic possesses is sometimes overwhelming, which is how he gets these fouls. Oh, well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Yusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
First free throw is good. And the Blazers were looking for that third star. Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope.
Number 22. Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. To the inside, here's Lillard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got 15.
An 0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They look like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
There's the dish to Saric. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And it goes down 2 points.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Korver against Beal. Lillard, the pass to Hazanya. Picked him clean. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Beal gets a wide open look. Lillard with the rebound. Lillard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Rebound by the Wizards. Baines has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And he's got 41.
An all-around player. Bill doesn't just look to score. He's also good at distributing.
A floater, and it's blocked. And here we go, the Wizards' fast break. The big dunk at the end of the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
How about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now, Korver. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Hazanya. Over Harkless. Rebound by the Wizards. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. For Portland, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Hazonia finds Nurkic. Washington with the rebound. Saric has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. From the corner. That one, no good.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Washington has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's denied. And they're able to recover. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
A different look now for Portland. Collins checked in for Tolliver. Ken Bazemore comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Damian Lillard. Davis Bertans checks in for Washington. Murray comes in for Maurice Harkless. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for them.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in, and a change for the Wizards. John Wall's checked in for Bradley Beal. Bazemore, and good that time. Bazemore's got his third basket of the night right there.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Murray outside. Back to Wall. Here's Sharch. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 5th assist in this one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the wing right side. Here's Whiteside, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Sharch.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan White.
So the Wizards 5 right now. Murray out there with Hachimura. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then there's Brown. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
The pass to Mahinmi. Down low. Shot from the wing. Count that one.
He's kept the integrity of their offense tonight by moving and cutting and scoring every time they've needed him to.
Now here's Lillard. Defense right on him. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Misses the layup.
That's a shot they're always happy to give, even when he blows the finish.
To the right side. Pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Wizards. Lays it up and banks it in.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Portland again missing.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
And the Wizards making a change here. Sharch is checked in. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. This year kicks to Little. High, arcing shot, and deep. Lillard drops it in. Lillard's got 24 points.
I like seeing Lillard go to the floater. He has such a soft release and touch on this shot.
Dishes to Brown. Over Lillard. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
He gets it to him off the bounce pass and gets the assist.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Just regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic. Even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories, whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even you can go to Marshall Lonis, Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
Good on the three-point shot.
He knocks down his second three of the half. I mean, he had two of them in the first half also, doing some solid work from deep.
Simons, the pass to Lillard. Shoots over Brown, and it's Lillard missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Brown, good.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
Basket counts. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Goes up on the wing. Misses off the right eye.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Lets it go with a 3. Kept alive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Shooting for Portland, Nasir Little. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gift to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love D.C. Oh, I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of D.C. love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
Here's Nurkic. Another shot. Labissiere. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Washington.
And Labissiere screams potential, a gigantic player who plays both ends of the floor well.
We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row, they turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. Here's Bazemore, and it's Little finishing it off.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Fires from the wing. No good. Shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. Simons surveying the D. In transition, here come the Wizards.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
They get it back. Mahimi, and it's Mahimi finishing it off.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Here's Simons. Bertans grabs the board. The shot, no good. Collins with some nice D. Portland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And Labissiere throws it down.
Oh, great timing from Labissiere, reading the pass well and jamming it home strong.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Bazemore. Pass to Simons. Knocked away. Back to Collins. Here's Simons. Off target with his three. Little comes with the double team. Passes it to Murray. Up top, Mahimi. Brown feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Right wing, Bertans inside the line. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Washington.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
.58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Little dishes to Collins. Rebound by Mahimi. Little comes with the double team. Murray finds Bertans. Wizards passing it around. Shot clock at 5. The tray. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. It's stolen by Little. And now Portland on the break. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. It's blocked. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his second personal at the line for the Wizards.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Bazemore with it. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Hey, man, this is Kenny, man. I thought your coach did a great job on the offensive end to get you open. Getting you into a rhythm was important. What was he telling you before the game?
You know, Kenny, he was just telling me to stay patient, man. Work within the system. We do a good job of creating space to give scorers like myself room to operate. That spacing also allows us to control the matchups, forces the defense to make difficult decisions and adjustments. It's all about the spacing, man, spacing.
Yep, and we're going to give you some space, man. Go get your shower, man.
Will do.
All right, game ball goes to the guy who fully dominated tonight. All right, the guy that made the other team adjust to what he wanted to do. That's what it's all about. Get up here, Che.
Sure.
Nice work, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, Coach. Hey, I appreciate this, fellas, man. But you know what? This ball just isn't about me. It's about all of us, all right? Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep it pushing, all right?
Yeah.
Come on, let's huddle up. Let's go.
Count it off.
Win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win. Let's keep it going, fellas.